Hey folks, Papa Boris here, back on Board Game Arena with some more Architects of Amytis. Are we gonna... There we go. Sometimes you gotta push a little bit to get the interface to do what it needs to do. There we go. So I can't see the score, but that's fine. Who needs to see the score? Anyway, I'm the first player here, so I start with one fewer project. I've been playing some games, and I really think that all else being equal, you should just go in the middle for the first player, because it gives the second player not any great options. I'll put this on the edge because it is a wall. The thing is that in normal tic-tac-toe, if you're a second player, you need to go to the corner. If you go to the edge, you lose. But in this game, weirdly, it ends up being kind of bad to go to the corner. Or not like bad, but like it's just a little bit uncomfortable. I'm curious what my opponent chooses to do here. We'll kind of base our commentary on that. Okay, so my opponent did go to the corner, which makes sense because they get a projectile this way. And that's obviously very strong. But yeah, let's actually talk a little bit about this. This is all very preliminary, by the way. I'm still a novice at this game, but just some current thoughts about strategy, which are going to be updated as I get better, are as follows. So what happens now is if I go here or here, my opponent has a really uncomfortable choice. If they threaten their own 3 of a kind, I block theirs, and then I have 2 threats. Like if I go here, my opponent goes here, I block them here. Now they can't get a 4 of a kind or 3 of a kind, and I'm threatening 2 of them here and here. So I get royal favor, and they don't. So what they can do is they can then, if I go here, for example, they can block me, and then we're gonna have a standoff, and no one's going to get a 3 of a kind. The problem is that I get choices and they don't. Like I go here, they must go here. But I have a choice. I can go here or here. So I get to choose which building I get, and they don't get to choose what building they get. In fact, I'm gonna do this. We'll, see, I'm trying to do this thing. If I'm doing 3, let's say up and down with blues, I can just make like a corner of 3s over here. Like, and they don't interfere with each other. So we'll do it that way. Remember, you can rotate. So my opponent's actually not going for a standoff. They're just going for projectiles. Interesting. I'm actually not sure how good of a strategy this is. So they're just ignoring getting royal favors, and they're ignoring their current projects in exchange for getting new projects. Now they are going to complete that one pretty easily. Green, blue, orange, if you rotate it. And they have some work in progress for the other ones as well. So they're going to get ahead, but I will get these royal favors, which is good for me. So we'll just keep on going, and I think I'll do my usual strategy. Let's go for the 3 points per stack that has 1 tile in it. Okay, so my opponent is going there, and notice now it's very simple for me. I just block their 3 in a row, and then they now have to place a 4th architect, and they're not getting a 3 of a kind. Where do I want to put this? Well, I don't want to interfere with either of my projects, so all else being equal, we'll just shove it. Let's see, maybe this one I might want to make at some point that has them on opposite corners. Actually, this one I'm closer to making. Yeah, we'll do it there, in case I do get a palace. There's no palace right now, but maybe one day there will be. And so now what I can do is I can determine where my opponent goes. I actually have quite a... Well, actually, no, I don't have any options because their architects are still here. Right. Yeah, we're just going to go here. I'm back in the middle. I complete a project. And my opponent now has this uncomfortable choice to either they have to go here and they have no green projects, or they let me get another royal favor. And my opponent decided to just let me get another royal favor. So even though my opponent has a lot of projects and is going to be making more projects than me, like they're about to finish that one, and they're about to finish that one. I have 2 royal favors and they have 0, and I think that actually puts me in better shape. So the question is, what am I doing here? The answer is I'm trying to maybe go for this one. So that would mean I want this. And yeah, we need a purple and an orange, and then we still need to get a couple of blues to get this done. Oh, I gotta claim a favor. Shoot, which favor do I want? Well, I'm not making a whole lot of projects. I'm gonna be a little frisky. Let's go for some staircases today. I think staircases? It's tough, man. Because if I don't end up pulling it off... Yeah, let's just do the safe thing. We're gonna just take the 1 and the 2. We'll take the 1 and the 2. My opponent's letting me get royal favors. I might get 1s, 2s, and 3s. Who knows? Okay, so here I'm just going to keep it very simple. Now my opponent is going to get a 3 of a kind finally, because after I block them here, they can go in the corner, and then they're threatening 2 of them. But then I can make a move where if I block one and they get theirs, then I end up getting my own. So I'm fine with that. There's no palace. I can't get another project, but I think this is fine for me because it's a blue one and I'm trying to get my other project completed. Okay, I'm going to have first dibs on this, which is great. It's a project, and it'll put me a purple there for this one. So now my opponent's just ignoring royal favors. They just could not give less of a frick about royal favors. They're just going after buildings. Now, my preliminary strategy thoughts are that ignoring the favors and just focusing on buildings that maximize your points is not the way to go. That's my current preliminary strategy. What is this? Is this the one where it's points? Oh, it's same color. Oh, this is 10 points. That's incredible. Yeah, we'll just play that in the bottom corner here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to let my opponent have their choice of royal favor. If I go here to block or here to block one, they can just get the other one. They're both purple. It's kind of the same thing, and I'm not really getting anything for it. So we're going to go here instead. What this is going to do is it's going to let me, first of all, get 10 points. And then second of all, my opponent now returns their architects, and they cannot block both of my possible 3 in a row. In fact, I'm getting a blue one no matter what, which is great. So I get to do this. And I get, actually, this is the better one for me. My opponent blocked me there. Oh, I'm actually threatening 3 different ones. Well, that makes sense. My opponent wanted to take a purple one to work on their project. That's reasonable. But I will take this one. I get 8 wall points, and I complete that project. And now I get another thing. So I think at this point, staircase is not good because this is a 2. I mean, I could turn this into a 3. Nah, let's just do 3s in the corner for 5. It's a bit greedy. Getting just 3s in general is safer, but the thing is, I actually want to put an orange in the corner for this project. So I think I will just try to make my stacks be in the corners and get an extra point out of each stack. I could have also hate drafted this because my opponent's obviously going to want it. Okay, so my opponent did that. Now, I could go to the middle and get a project. But this is where I think I'm going to make a slightly, from a tic-tac-toe perspective, suboptimal move. I would really just like to... Well, actually, hold on. If I go here and I play there, and my opponent takes this project, which they seem likely to do because they love finishing stuff, and they don't seem to care about getting 3 in a rows. I could just hold off on this and take an orange tile and finish the project, and then I have a middle. It'll be easier to get another favor. But I already have a lot of favors, and these favors are starting to have diminishing returns. Yeah, I'm just going to take this. That could be an error for sure. I'm going to go here, and we're going to auto-complete this 12-pointer. And so now my opponent obviously can go there, get a project, and they're threatening a tic-tac-toe. But I can actually block it. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to block their tic-tac-toe, and then they have to place the 4th architect without getting a tic-tac-toe. And then I should be able to get another favor and also the tile that I want. And we're just going to play kind of stupid here. We're just going to stack the corners until the game runs out and try to get, a bunch of points. I messed up. This is a bad choice. I'm not going to get anything for this. What I should have done is I should have taken this one, 4 points per stack of 3, and then doubled up. So then each stack of 3 in the corner would be worth 9 points. Oh, I messed up bad there, but I'm hoping it's okay. So the question is there any chance I ever get another project? I mean, I could end up going here and getting a project, so I should think about that. Let's see here. This is not good, unfortunately. Oh, no, this is auto-completed if I put it there. Oh, but I don't want to put it there because I want to make a stack of 3. Well, I could do this anyway and then take this thing and then auto-complete it. I think that's actually worth doing. And I do have 2 points per stack of 2, so I guess it's fine. Was this a possibility? No, I don't think it's that good. Oh, hang on. That maybe could have been. Ah, that one's almost complete right there. I messed up. I shouldn't have done this. Because when I get this tile, I can put it here and auto-complete that project. Ah, yes. Well, of course, that also would still require me to have a 1 turning into a 2, but then I could have taken this tile and put it there and not worried about it. Oh, yep, that was the move. I didn't look hard enough. Okay, as it is, what I think I'm going to do here is just a double threaten to make sure I get another favor. And we need to stick this in the corner. We'll stick it here, I think, because these are both worth 10. No, I have an auto-completed here. I need to try to make a 3 in the corner. We'll stick it there. No, I need to stick it here. I need to get this. This is 5 points. It's too good. I need to just take these 5 points. And then I need to just... oh, this would be a good one for me. If my opponent lets me have this, I can stick it there, make that into a 3. And then I have 10 points from my 2 stacks of 3, and then I've got first dibs on this thing, which I take, stick it there, and autocomplete that project. Okay, we're gonna go for it. I did not play this optimally, but this is 8 wall points. I get another favor. I think now I will take this. This is worth 8 points for me. I could do this, because this is 12 points for my opponent and 6 points for me, so I'm sacrificing 2 points. But I don't think my opponent's even going to get a royal favor, are they? No, they might. If they, like, go here, I really need to get this projectile. Yeah, fine, I'll hate draft. That could be a mistake. But honestly, my opponent, I just don't think they know what they're doing. They're not. They didn't get any royal favors this time. They went for a building-focused strategy. And this is the thing. You notice how I've been taking tiles just based on color and tic-tac-toe? I have barely been paying attention to what the buildings do. And even so, just without even paying attention, I've outscored my opponent. I think that my preliminary strategic musings on this game are that focusing on building points is not a winning strategy. I have had pretty good luck just focusing on colors and favors. And it's weird, I'm only 2 projects behind my opponent. Just taking the ones that I've been able to get opportunistically without sacrificing any 3 in a rows. I'm only 2 projects behind, but 4 favors ahead. Okay, so my opponent chose not to end the game. I think I need to just end the game here. The question is, what do I end the game with? And unfortunately, I cannot turn any of these into a 3. I could turn them into a 2, which loses me a point. If I had this, I could have turned a 2 into a 3 and gained 2 points. Okay, so yes, I did not plan this correctly. Same color as each tile. Oh, and these are the same. Oh, this is orange, this is green, and this is 1 point per architect, which is 5. This is 6. Okay, we're just gonna do that. Trigger the end game. Turning this 2 into a 3 loses me points. Same for this one. So we'll turn this 1 into a 2, which only loses me 1 point. And we should have a pretty big win here. Okay, maybe let's zoom out, I guess, in preparation for the scoring. Oh, this is a weird state of zoom because it covers up some of the available projects. Not that that matters here at the end, but... My opponent got to go after I triggered the end, by the way, because I was the first player. So my opponent is ensured to have the same number of turns as me. All right, my opponent's thinking about which favor to take. I don't begrudge them this. That makes sense. It's 8 points. So I get my final points for my project. So does my opponent, and that was a little closer than I thought. I was 28 points ahead, but you know, that's a pretty big margin. If my opponent had the same number of favors as me, then that might have been able to close the gap. But as it is, I think for the moment, my strategic musing is solidified that focusing on buildings is not a good strategy, at least if you're a new player. Better to focus on tic-tac-toes and completing your projects, getting new projects opportunistically when possible from the palaces, and then trying to outscore your opponent with favors. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.